Hello, my lovelies. Welcome to the Miss Lillian's page. I am Crysta, furniture artist out of Berry, Texas. And, it's my life. So I just wanted you guys to see me because I got dressed all cute and even put on makeup for this video because I thought y'all were going to see me head to toe. And in a minute, I'm going to crank the camera down. Mother Nature threw us a little curveball. I actually wanted to bring you guys the first in the series that I was going to start of using my Miss Lillian's front door paint. And I checked the weather a few days ago, or actually last night, and it said that it was supposed to be sunny and no rain. And let's just say that here in Texas said to Mother Nature, you were thinking what? And so I have switched projects. And so since all that came in, give me just a second to put my camera down and I will start showing you what we are working on. So as you guys know, I am doing the Waco Crafting Convention in May. Was it 5th, 6th, and 7th? Let's get you guys tilted so it looks straight on you guys. And May 5th, 6th, and 7th at the Waco Crafting Convention. And Sue and I will be there representing Miss Lillian's, and we will be doing 5 classes. We will be doing 2 of the Furniture Painting 101, 1 craft kit class, 1 introduction into blending, a furniture flipping 101 class. If you're interested in that, then please go contact me. I'll tell you where you can get your tickets. I am going to paint my bibs. As y'all know, I love my bibs. Hello, love my bibs. These are full length. These are pants, bib pants. They're not shorts, they're full pants. And I am going to start painting on these today because these are the ones that you will be seeing walking around the crafting convention at the Waco Convention Center at the Waco Crafting Convention. So hello from Miss Lillian's. Ann is watching. Hey Ann, my girl Sue's on. Delania is on. Kat's on. Hey, Kat. Okay, so what I'm going to be doing today, if we've got enough time, I'll move on. But I am going to be using my Rosebud in June, and that is, it's kind of a dusty pink. It's a beautiful color. There is a Rosebud, which is a little bit pinker than this, and then there's Rosebud in June, which is more of a dusty pink, and it's gorgeous. And so I am going to be laying down in some areas where I want it. I want to do it across the belt. I want to do it across the top and my front pocket. And then I'm going to be painting some designs and using stencils. I don't think I'm going to get that far because I do want to make sure that it dries before I do my next application. So let's get started. What I want to do is I like to use I know this is a stencil brush. Don't anybody come at me, Crysta, that's not a paintbrush. I know it's not a paintbrush, it's a stencil brush. But when I paint fabric with what I'm doing, I like to use a stiffer brush, and I also like to use a blunt tip. You see it's not rounded in any way. I like to use a very stiff brush for this. That way I can kind of scrub it into my fabric. So let's get started. Hey Twanya, I see Twanya Lamb is on. So I am just going to be taking little dabs of this, and I don't know how it's going to, my first couple ones, I'm not using any water. I'm just going to scrub it on in there because sometimes you might want to use a little bit of water to get it to soak in. Other times you don't need to. This is taking it really well. Honestly, I pulled these because I wore these the other day, and I just pulled them out of the dryer, and they weren't 100% dry, so they are a little damp, just starting, but that's what's going to happen. So the belt on this is going to be Rosebud in June. This is such a pretty color, and you just kind of want to scrub it. I do my little circles, I do my up and down, my back and forths. But yes, as soon as the weather cooperates, you will be seeing tutorials on how to paint your doors with the Miss Lillian's front door paint. And don't let that fool you. Just because it says it's the front door paint, I have used it on other pieces that are outside that I want to keep that painted look. You know, I did my bench a couple of weeks ago, but I wanted it to look faded, so I used my regular chalk paint and thinned it down. But if I want something to stay pristine, then I would use my front door paint. So it has the built-in UV, built-in mildew, all that good stuff. And so this one, again, when I started off, it was a little bit damp. So I am not having to use water yet. So Kat says she's loving this, getting ready to do her overalls as well. Yes, you can use your Miss Lillian's paint on your overalls. Now, I will show you, I painted these 2 years ago. I painted the butt pockets. And as with anything else, if you wash it a lot, and these things get washed, probably twice a week, even in the winter. I know it's got holes in the knees, but in the winter, I just wear a pair of leggings underneath of it to keep my legs warm. But 2 years ago, I painted the back pockets on these. And so the back pockets will be getting, but that's after 2 years. So you figure 52 weeks in a year getting washed twice a week. So that's 104 times 2. That's after at least 208 washes. So if you're putting this on the back of a denim jacket that you're doing this on, and it's something that you're going to wash once a year, you have nothing to worry about. But that's okay. I love this just because, and I do like the fact that they fade out, because I can absolutely rewash them or keep washing them, let it fade out over a couple of years, and then change my idea, change my colors, change the stencils that I use on it, everything else. But if you are, I have a lady that does the back of jackets, denim jackets. She goes down to the thrift store and she'll get the old Levi jackets, you know, the really good jackets, and for, you know, $5-10, and she paints on the back of them, and she turns around and sells them for over $100. And she buys the jeans at the thrift store, the blue jean jackets at the thrift store for like I said, $5-10. And she sells them in a booth, and that's what she does. Also, the same thing, guys, this is great to do on hats. You can do it on regular jeans, back of jean jackets. You can do a t-shirt. You can do this on button-up shirts. If you've got a nice flannel shirt that you like, but you know you want to decorate it up for an occasion, paint it. Paint it. That's what you need to do. Just paint it. Kathy says those are hard to find anymore. I know they are getting harder, because, well, we wore a lot of denim jackets in the 80s and the 90s, and now they don't wear denim as much as they used to. But she finds them. She finds them, girl. She finds them. So if you are can you wash? Oh, I did. Yes, you can wash them. Like I said, these, what I showed you on the pockets was I painted these, like I said, over 2 years ago. Well, it was like 2 years, 8 months ago, I painted them. And you saw, and like I said, I wash these. These get washed at least once or twice a week. So, and it really didn't start fading until I would say probably 6 months ago, 8 months ago. So, yes. But these are high wear, very high wear and tear. Kathy, or I should say Renee, is an absolute expert at this. I don't know if y'all saw her video where she used her spray gun to spray paint a wedding dress. Holy mackerel. That was a amazing video. So if you get time, go back and check out the two chatty chicks and look for her video where she did that, because that was phenomenal. I had never thought about spray painting a wedding dress, but also, spraying it with your sprayer. That was just like, wow. Okay, here's a tip for you guys. Now I'm not worried about this, because the only thing that this pocket's going to bleed onto is the inside of my pocket and possibly the back side, which nobody's going to see. But if you are on a regular pair of jeans or anything else, what you can do is you can take paper towels or something, piece of cardboard, anything that you can kind of fit, and you can shove it in between. Like if you're doing the front side of your, I can get you guys up so you can see me. There you go. I didn't want to do this makeup for nothing, y'all. I wanted y'all to see me. So if you're doing the front of your jeans and you're worried that it's going to bleed through the back and you might get some bleed through, go ahead, take a Walmart bag, a shopping bag, a trash bag, a piece of cardboard, folded up paper towels like you just saw me shove in there. Put them in between the layers, and that way it's going to bleed onto this and not go all the way through. So if you're dealing with the shirt and you can lay it out flat, no problems. But on your two-sided or jeans or your sleeves to your shirts, you might get some bleed through going top to bottom, especially if they're really thin. So just, like I said, Walmart bag, shopping bag, grocery or trash can bag, trash bag, newspaper, anything you have laying around, piece of cardboard, and just stuff it in between, and then that way you won't get your bleed through. So go over here. Kathy said, or Renee said that was fun and finishing up tonight on Miss Lillian's page. Oh, was that tonight at 7? Okay, I have to. Kat said that cardboard is her friend. Kathy's on. She says, hey, Crysta, oh, fun, painted denim. Renee says, when I come down, we need to do our shirts. Yes, girl, and I'm still waiting for you to tell me when you're coming down. But, yes, if you are a Miss Lillian's retailer, content creator, please type in your links so people can find you. We want people to be able to find you. So I was just looking over and reading comments. So this is just a basic, quick tutorial to tell you that, yes, you can do it. Once this gets down, and I am not doing a solid, like I want it to look solid like I would on a piece of furniture. Again, these were slightly damp when I started, so I haven't been spraying it. If you feel like it's not soaking in, if it's just getting to the top layer and stopping, don't be afraid to spritz it with a little bit of water. But once I get done with this layer, again, like everything with me, everything has layers. Oh my God, I feel like Shrek. Ogres are like onions. They have layers. So most of my projects have layers, and this one will too. Can't believe I just nerded out with you guys. But yeah, if you know me, I nerd out quite frequently. What you want to do is, after this is done, I am going to be using some stencils and some metallics. And so join me on Painting with Whiskey and Women on Thursday morning over on my Letter to Glitter page. And I will be working on these again. And you will see the next step of the evolution of these babies. I am going to be working back on the piece for Shorty's music cabinet. Like I said, I wanted to do the front door paint today, but Mother Nature said, no, we're going to give you storms again. Like we haven't had enough. But so I did not want to take the chance of painting something and then having it in the rain. So step one to Miss Lillian's front door paint is making sure you check the weather. So the last thing you want to do is, while it's still wet, it come down and decide to rain on your project before it has gotten a chance to dry a little bit. Now, if it was said it was going to rain in the next 5 days, 5 days from now, I'd be like, oh, no problem. But it's supposed to rain today. But that's okay. That gives me a chance to work on my bibs. So again, this is just a base, and I started off, this is Rosebuds in June. Like I said before, Rosebud, there is a Rosebud, and then there is a Rosebud in June. Rosebud in June is more of a dusty pink, where Rosebud, I think I have a Rosebud as well. Is this Rosebud? Yes, okay. So this is shaky. Let me see if it's open. No, it's not open. Rosebud is a pinker. Rosebud in June is dusty. So if you like the color that I'm putting on my bibs, that is Rosebud in June, but there is a color called Rosebud as well. I want to make sure we don't get those two mixed up because they are very distinctly two separate colors. So I like showing you guys start to finish because a lot of people say, well, I don't know how to get started. I don't know what to do. And so I like to start my project start to finish. And these bibs I paint in a lot, so they have splatters of paint all over them anyway. And that's why the original reason that I took these and painted them, well, like I said, over 2 years ago, was because I had paint on them anyway. So if you're a painter and you have, hold on, let's see here. Elizabeth. Hey, Elizabeth says, I have a question regarding James gel stain. Is it permitted to be asked on this page? Yeah, Elizabeth. Any of the Miss Lillian's products that you have a question about, you are more than welcome to pop it in with any of our content creators. And if you're not comfortable doing that, you're always welcome to message me on my Litter to Glitter. And I think that we're friends on Facebook, so you could send me that question. So absolutely, go right ahead and ask your gel stain question. So I was just looking, I guess someone else is hunkering down for storms too, and I was trying to see who that was. We're not supposed to get crazy bad storms today, but it's enough to knock me out of painting outside. If you want to, if you're doing your pockets, you can always line it with tape. I'm going to go back. I'm going to get as close to my edge as I can, and then I'll go back with a different brush and get right up to that edge where I want it. But I'm not going to line my jeans with tape. And honestly, if I go over the edge, guess what? They've got paint all over them anyway. So it's not really a big deal. If you can, I don't know if y'all can see this on camera, but I'm just kind of going through and scrubbing it in. And if you see, I've got my hand underneath of it, because this side I can go all the way up to the top and I'll just paint my hand. Not a big deal. Making sure I'm getting into those crevices and those creases. Just scrubbing it in. Should have used Renee's and just broke out, but no, I can't spray paint. Can't do my sprayer with this. It's not enough area for what I want to do. But I really was impressed with Renee's video. You guys got to check that out. And she said earlier that she will be finishing up that project tonight at 7 on the Miss Lillian's page. So if you're interested in what I'm talking about, make sure to have the doggos fed, the husband fed, the kiddos fed. Everybody's got a snack. And make sure you tell them for that hour that you need some quality mama time, and be looking at that, because it's a beautiful project when she stopped the last time, and I am so interested to see where she's going with it to add more onto it. So just to give you guys a good general gist of the idea of what I'm doing. So I'm just blocking area, and I'm going to go across here as well. Now, if you get it on the metal, don't worry about it because you haven't pro-sticked it, which means that you can just wipe it off. Just have a wet rag next to you, and you can wipe it straight off of your metal. If you want to paint your metal, you can. Just make sure that you pro-stick it first. Stacy is watching. Hey, Stacey. So tell me, guys, what you think. Like I said, Renee, I don't know where she got the idea to paint a wedding dress, but oh my God. But so I know Renee could say a wedding dress, but tell me what you have that you think that you might see that you might want to paint that you already have in your closet. You can paint your shoes. You can paint flannel. You can paint cotton, your t-shirts, anything like that you can paint. So the pocket is pretty much wet, but the belt line, put it really close so you guys can see, is kind of almost dry. But you can see there where it's definitely still wet. Hats, yes. Renee, Elizabeth is asking, what is your page? She's going to be on the Miss Lillian's page tonight, but Renee's page is called Two Chatty Chicks. And Renee, if you would please, Renee or any other retailer. I know Sue was on here earlier. I think Kathy was in here earlier. If you guys want to jump in, put your links so people can find you. That would be amazing. But I did say, I think I got off. I think I squirreled on you guys when I said that I will be going back to Shorty's music cabinet. I did get the coffee table finished that I needed to interrupt. And then I was going to, like I said, work on the door today. Then I brought up this project. I am kind of waiting for something to come in, and it still hasn't come in yet. And if it doesn't come in soon, I'm just going to have to say, I'm going to have to go on without it. But, so you will see me be getting back to that. So my big areas, I am using a stencil brush. And the smaller areas, I will go back with a smaller brush to get along those edges. And I am just right underneath. And like I said, if I hit the metal, I'm not even worried about it because it'll come right off. And I did. So here's what you do. See? Hit the button. I'm going to take the same paper towel that I just used to stuff the pocket. I'm going to spray it with my water bottle, my Mr. bottle, just a little bit. Cleaned right off my buttons because I didn't have it Pro Sticked. If I had used Pro Stick on those buttons, it was not going to come off. But without the Pro Stick, it'll wipe right off. So, again, Sue and I from Milo and Picasso, Sue is flying out. She's going to be at the Waco Crafting Convention with me May 5th, 6th, and 7th. And come on out and see us. I do have a 15% off code for your tickets. Come out to the Miss Lillian's booth, take some classes with us, and let us have some fun. So here I am again, because I'm done about all I'm going to go today. And so there you go. And they're cute just like they are. I mean, if I wanted to finish it out on the edges and wear it just like that, it's a great way to take a piece of stuff that everyone has and turn it into something that is absolutely yours and unique. These are great. Doing something like this is great for bridal parties where you can put bride and, maid of honor. They're also great for little girls' birthday parties because you can individualize stuff with their names. It's also great for your boys for your backpacks, and you can customize their backpacks. There's so many things that you can customize with just a little bit of paint. So when you're painting a piece of furniture and you have a little bit left and you're like, I'm not going to keep that. Keep it, because you never know what project's going to come up next that you're like, oh, I had that one little thing of eggplant. Excuse me. Y'all are going to laugh at this. Ford is trying to get underneath of the gates. Ford. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, guys. You never know what color that you might do a project like this. And you say, well, I needed that a little speck of eggplant. Well, I threw out my eggplant, or your Bohemian Queen, or anything like that. Never throw away your supplies. You never know what you're going to use it on next. So, guys, apparently Ford needs to go do something. I love you. I will see you guys next week on Miss Lillian's page. Much love. Bye, guys.